Welcome to the Real Board Loft. I'm Trip Forman. Today we got real team rider and real board loft specialist Dawson with us. Dawson, welcome.
Welcome.
And if you're ever here in Cape Hatteras at the Real Flagship Store, you can stop by. You can go up in the board loft, and it's actually pretty cool because Dawson on our team is at the highest level of our shortboard shred team, and in the board loft he's as approachable as you can get. So it's a really cool combination to walk up to somebody that good and not just have them talk about themselves. Actually have them listen. So definitely stop by if you're here in Cape Hatteras, talk it up with Dawson, and be stoked to help you out. But we want to talk about one of Dawson's boards, the Smith Volume. Dawson, what's your height and weight?
I'm 5'9" and about 165.
All right, and what are the dimensions on this board?
This one is a 5'10", 18 and 3/4 wide by 2 5/16 thick and 26.6 liters.
All right, and volume-wise, that's about what you're riding in your like standard shortboard?
I actually dropped a little bit on volume for this one, and it feels really good. Actually, I'm pretty stoked on it.
Yeah, and what is it like kind of normally you've been riding?
27.5 to 28.
Really? Okay, so you dropped a liter then.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Now this board, Smith Shapes, shaped by Jordy's dad, Graham Smith, and the volume is their all-around shortboard, and you've been surfing this thing for
probably a month.
About a month, right? And it's actually still wet right now.
Yeah.
You just came in from lunch?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Cool.
Surf.
That's how we like to review boards, like wet and in the booth. So let's talk about this board, break down the performance, and like kind of where it worked well for you and what you like about it. What was the range of surf that you surfed in it?
I probably surfed it from knee high to a foot overhead.
Okay.
And for me, it kind of worked in all conditions. So I was pretty fired up right away on this thing. Super spicy, real fast. Yeah, I really liked it from first try.
I don't know. You've surfed a ton of like performance shortboards.
Yeah.
What is like kind of what stands out like on this board?
Just really fast down the line. Just the release off the top, really good. And
right.
Just bottom turn super fast. Yeah, all around it just worked really well in all types of surf for me. So.
And what about like kind of with all the different boards that you have in your quiver, like when you got on this thing, like was there any kind of transition time to where it felt good, or like was it just like first wave it was good right out of the blocks?
For me lately I've been riding kind of a little more volume and a little more wideness up front.
Okay.
And maybe it took a couple sessions to get used to it, but once I got on this thing I kind of haven't gotten off of it.
Right. So. No, yeah, I noticed like this has been like kind of one of your go-tos since you got it.
And I was really surprised how well it worked, and the durability is super good, the glassing is really nice, and for me, I just really liked it from first.
Yeah, I mean, you hammer with all the airs and everything you're doing. Like,
yeah, I'm falling hard on that.
Yeah, whether it's your feet landing on the board or other body parts, like you're always like tearing the boards apart. Like, how's this thing holding up as far as like the deck and like?
You can see, I've been riding it probably, I at least try to get a session every day. On this thing, and it's still pretty holding up. There's not much golf balls at all, really.
Right. So you're like 20, 30 sessions in.
Yeah.
And. Yeah, that thing's still holding up good.
Yeah. What
about like accessibility on a board like this, right? So like you're out in the board loft and somebody's coming off of, let's say like a Smith Goldfish, like one of their fish boards, or just something hybrid like a Lost Rocket. Like, is this board like, within reach or something like that? Like that wants to get their first performance shortboard?
Yeah, I think it is. It's definitely a little more narrower in the nose, but it just depends what you want. If you're looking for a performance shortboard, this is definitely a go-to.
Right.
Sure.
And what about fins? Like this board has futures set up in it, obviously dedicated thruster.
Yeah.
What were you using for fins?
I was riding the Endorphins.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little stiffer, and it worked really well. I was really stoked on it.
And those are mediums or larges? Larges, okay. So even at your weight, you're going, because typically everybody says like above 175 or above 180 go large.
So for me, I just felt like the hold on your turns and your bottom turns, you just get way more speed.
Okay.
In the larger fin.
Like even Matt Keenan, right, who also works with Smith, he's like $150.
Yeah, he's light.
Maybe. He might be 145, and he rides larges.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me a little bit resentful.
No, yeah.
As a large surfer, then you have these ones, like, what are we supposed to ride? Like, where are the extra larges? Where are the double extra larges? Come on. But no, that's cool. That's cool to hear, like, that you're riding larges, because I think a lot of people got something out of that.
For sure, yeah.
And, like, when you go to mediums, like, let's say you didn't have a large, right? And you go back to a medium for whatever reason, like, what do you miss?
See, I've always just been riding larges. I haven't been back in a while, but I think maybe just the drive and the spring off your bottom turns.
Okay.
I think with a little more larger fin, you can dig in a little more.
Yep.
Get a little more out of them.
Get a lot more push back out of it, like when you're pushing on it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else that you want to add about the volume?
I was really stoked on it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really surprised, and it's my go-to favorite board right now.
Yeah. Awesome, Dawson. Well, viewers, like, you're going to be fired up on the clips. I've been in a bunch of these sessions, like, watching from the sideline, and it's just absolutely crazy what Dawson's been doing on this thing. If any of you out there have any questions about the Smith Volume or any of the Smith boards, or would like to order one, you can always reach us at the shop, 252-987-6000, or look us up online, realwatersports.com/surfing. Thanks for tuning in.